Alright, so subtract 1 will get 2x is greater than what?
6.
And then divide by, so x is greater than 3. Very good. Alright, on this one we would do what?
Subtract 1.
And we get 2x is less than negative 8. Yep. And then divide by and get x is not just negative 4. Good. Less than negative 4. Make sure you bring that or down. Questions about solving it? Now all we have to do is graph it on a number line, which y'all know how to do, and put it in interval notation, which is what we did yesterday. So on our number line, we need the smallest number to be what? Negative 5. And the biggest number?
4.
Good. Just one less, one greater. So we can go from negative 5 to 4. And I'll go by 2s. That way my number line won't have to be so big. So negative 3, negative 1, 1, 2, 4. Sorry, 35. Alright, so graphing this inequality first, open or close?
Open.
To the, this one's to the left, very good.
I thought we was talking about this.
Yeah, we were. And this one's going to be going to the left from negative 4, which is open. And, what now? Yes, very good. Alright, so my interval notation. Describe this line.
Negative infinity.
To,
Negative 4.
very good. And parentheses or bracket? Right here?
Parentheses.
Good. What goes in the middle?
U.
Good. What goes right here? Parentheses. 2. Very good. That's it. The U means or, Timothy. Yes. Very good. Yes. Alright, which part? You didn't miss much from yesterday. Just the interval notation. Is that what's confusing? Okay. Gotcha. The interval notation, this one describes this line. This one describes this line. The U just means or. So if it's two separate lines like this, you just put a U in the middle. You know how to describe this one, right? And this one. So that's the only thing different. Yes?
Can we go a little fast how our switch signs is open and closed?
You mean parentheses or bracket or on the number line open or closed? Okay. That depends on the inequality sign. So if it doesn't have a bar underneath it, like there's no bar, then it's open. If it does have a bar, then it'll be closed. Is that what you're asking? Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So moving on to the next one, is the absolute value sign by itself? Yes, no?
Yes.
Good. There's nothing being added or subtracted, multiplied or divided by it. So this is called what?
Case 1.
Alright, case 2, first of all, before we do that. This symbol says what?
Less than.
So it's
And.
and or.
And.
Good, because it has less than. What would change about case 2?
8 minus 5 is greater than negative 3.
Good, you just changed the sign and the sign of the 3. Yes.
I don't get how you got 4 and n like this.
It depends on what this absolute value or the inequality sign is. If it's pointing this way, so less than, think about and as in less than. And then if it's greater, like this one would be or. So if it's facing this way in the original or in case 1, it's less than, so it'll be and. And if it's facing this way in case 1, it'll be or.
So number 2 is the same.
Yes, because it's facing this way, less than. And this is case 2. So on this one, to get x by itself,
Add 5.
so tell me what we would get.
X is less than 8.
Good. On this side?
Add the 5. You're going to get x is greater than 7. And then you put the n in.
Good. Perfect. Questions about how to solve or anything? How do you know, like on this one, whether to add, subtract, multiply, or divide the 5? So if it's minus, I'll always add. But what if it's like this? This one's negative. Do I add it?
No, you divide.
Why?
X is next to it.
There's a sign next to it.
So we're multiplying, so we do the opposite, which is divide, right? Same thing here, because we are subtracting, we will add. Good. Alright, my number line needs to go from what to what? Good. So I'll go by 2, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Alright, let's do this 8 first. Open or closed?
Open.
To the,
To the left.
and on 2, open or closed?
Open.
To the,
Right.
good. And notice, remember we talked about yesterday, and statements, they'll always have something in the middle with nothing on the outside, right? Or statements will always be stuff on the outside, nothing on the inside. Yes?
I thought that you always, like, I thought you would go to the left.
On which one?
8.
On 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to the left. And then on this one, you'll go to the right. Alright, so what would our interval notation be?
8.
Where does it start at?
2.
2 and goes to 8. Good. And we're just looking at the dark line. So it starts at 2, goes to 8. Parentheses or brackets? Very good. If it's an open circle, it'll get parentheses. Closed circle will get bracket. And then infinity always gets parentheses. You're good. I will never yell at y'all for asking a question unless like you're on your phone during class and then you ask me a question. If you're not paying attention. Okay. Alright, any questions about that one? Okay, next one is the absolute value by itself.
No.
Alright, we have to do what?
Divide.
Good. So we would get
Y minus 3 greater than 1.
perfect. Now it's in case 1 form because the absolute value is by itself. And what is that inequality sign saying? So it'll be and or. Good. Tell me what case 2 would be.
Y minus 3 less than negative 1.
Perfect. Alright. Tim, how would I get y by itself here? Very good. So I'll get what? Perfect. Paige, how do I get y by itself? Add the 3, so I'll get,
4.
tell me the whole thing.
Y
You got it.
less than
Mm-hmm.
-4.
Try it again. This is the same thing as 3 minus 1, right?
Okay.
There we go. Bring down the or. Any questions so far?
I thought we switched first.
Okay.
Why we don't switch this one?
Swap what one?
The sign on y minus 3 plus
This one? We did. We swapped it for case 2.
Okay.
Which one are you talking about? You talking about when we added 3? Why didn't we swap it?
Never mind.
Okay.
No, you know how we did it? Never mind.
Ask me.
Like number 2.
Number 2.
We did x minus 5 greater than negative 3. And then we added the 5 and we got.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so what's our number line going to go from?
1 to 5.
Good. You okay? Okay. Alright, so let's get start with this 4 right here. Open or closed?
Okay.
To which side?
Right.
This one,
Open.
2, very good. And it should look like this because it's an or statement, so it has nothing in the middle. And so tell me, first of all, how to describe this line, interval notation.
Negative.
Negative what? 2, and then?
Or 4 to positive.
Perfect.
It's negative, and if it's going that way.
Correct. Do you have anything to drink? Okay. Alright. Any questions about that one? We're going to skip number 4 on the back because 1, it was a typo, and 2, we just don't have enough time to do all of these. Yes.
Why didn't we distribute
We can't distribute it into an absolute value. It's not like parentheses because absolute value you don't know if it's positive or negative. Plus, you're trying to get the absolute value by itself. So if we distribute the 3, that we're not getting it by itself. So we're trying to move it away from it. Good question. All right, on number 5, we're going to do 2 together, then you're going to do 1 on your own. But on number 5, the absolute value sign is obviously not by itself. It's got what beside it? 1 and negative 2. So what do we do first? Subtract what? 1. Good. We can't distribute the negative 2 because we're trying to move it away. We couldn't subtract 1 minus 2 because this 2 is connected with this absolute value. We could try to divide by negative 2 first, but then we'd have 11 over 2, 1 over 2. Y'all don't want to deal with fractions, I know. So we're going to have to move the 1. And why do we subtract it?
Because it's positive.
Good. It's already positive, so we would subtract it.
12.
Would be negative 12. Good. And on this side, we would have
Negative 2x plus 4.
very good. Now we can do what?
Divide by 2, negative 2.
Very good.
But wouldn't we flip the sign?
Perfect, because we're dividing by what?
A negative.
A negative. So this would be x plus 4
Less
less than.
than positive 6.
Very good. Questions about that one?
You still flip it back when you do your second case?
Yes. So this is case 1 because we've got the absolute value by itself, right? And what is the sign here saying?
That x plus 4 is greater.
Not greater than.
Less than.
Less than. So it will be or and.
Or and
Good. And what would my case 2 look like?
x plus 4 less than 6. Negative 6.
Not less than.
Greater than.
There we go. Everybody good? Let me know if you have questions. Alright, Victor. How do we get x by itself right here? Very good. So we get x is less than 2. And Alyssa, what do we do here?
Subtract 4 from this one.
So we get negative 10. Very good. Alright, so number line needs to go from what?
1 to 11. I meant, no, negative 11 to 4. 1 3.
Yeah. Let's do negative 11 to 3. So I'm going to go by 3s. 7. There we go. Oh, I messed up on that one. I went by 4. Then 3, 3, 3. Oh well. Alright. Starting with 2, we need to have open and going which way?
Right.
There we go. Pointing to the left. This one's negative 10 and it goes to which way?
Right.
Very good. And this is how it should look because it's an and statement. And so my interval notation will be what? Negative, not 11, 10 to 2. Very good. Alright, how we feel about this? Good? Make sure we're good. Y'all know how many tests y'all have left?
4. 1. 2.
2. This is one of them. Okay?
Where's another test?
Probably in a few weeks. And then you have your project left. So those 3 test grades. And y'all know test grades, how much they count on your average, right?
Especially that project.
Yes. Especially the project, which counts 2 test grades. So make sure you do well on these next 2 tests, okay? I know it's 22 days left, but do not slack off now. I promise you, it's not the best time. Okay? Any questions on this? Alright.
This is going to be on our study guide.
Alright, next one. What do we notice about this one? It's backwards. So let's flip it. Do we change anything?
Yes, the sign.
Just the sign. Good. Everything else needs to stay the same. So on this side, tell me what's right.
1. Well, no, -5.
There we go.
And 2x plus 1.
Good. Nothing changes except their position and the inequality sign. Everything else stays the same. Alright, now what do we notice?
That it's not by itself.
Good. We need to do what?
Divided by 5.
-5. Good. So tell me what I would get. 2x plus 1.
And then put the sign down.
Very good. Good. It's because you divided by a negative. Anytime you divide or multiply by a negative, you got to flip the sign. Alright, so this case 1?
No. Yes.
Yes, absolute value signs by itself. This is case 1. Tell me what case 2, or first of all, before case 2. That inequality sign says what?
Greater than.
So it's
Or.
good. And case 2 would look like what?
2x plus 1 less than -5.
Very good. Alright, so on this one, Bailey, what will we do first to get x by itself? Very good, and get 2x is very good, then we would. Good, so x is greater than, very good. Or, Lyric, what do we do from here?
Subtract the 1.
Good.
You get 2x is less than -6. And you divide it by 2, and you get x is less than -3.
Very good. Questions? Alright. On our number line, what numbers?
-4 and 3.
Very good. I'm going to go by 2s. Open or closed on each one?
Open.
Open on both. On -3, which way are we going?
To the left.
And on this one?
To the right.
Very good. And this is how it should look because it's OR. So, go ahead.
Negative infinity to 3,
Mm-hmm.
or -3.
And then what goes right here?
U,
Before that.
Work it.
Parentheses. Go ahead.
U, and then 2, or no, and 2
Perfect. Questions? Alright, you are working example 7 on your own. I'm going to call up 2 people to work this one on the board in just a second. Try number 7 on your own. It is very much like example 6. These are only on Google too, so I'm recording. The same, you think -7 minus 2, that's the
Miss Horton?
Yes.
Hey, can it be Nan who's making in?
Yes, who's just starting?
Sorry, thank you.
Is this what we were? So do I start with that?
Yeah, you gotta add it. On this one's not being multiplied by this, right? It's being what? It should be add on the both sides instead of dividing. And this one right here is being multiplied by the absolute value. See the negatives on the left side instead of on the right side.
Alright, I need one volunteer. Alright, Paige, if you would just find case 1 for me on the board, that's all I gotta do, just case 1. There it is. And this is it right here. Let's start
On this one, when you swap them, make sure that you write it exactly the same. So it needs to be this minus 1. Yeah, the minus 1 is behind it instead of in front of it. So from here, it's not being multiplied by it, it's being what? Different. So you would add both sides. Oh, okay, come on.
Alright, so case 1 is correct. So if you want to check your work, on this one, why did she add it? Because it's being subtracted by the absolute value. A lot of people thought it was being multiplied. volunteer to draw it on the number line and put it in the implementation. Y'all remember the homework I passed out yesterday? No. I didn't pass it out.
You passed it out in the video.
You did?
You like
I passed out the study guide, that's what I did. Alright, Luke, if you'll come draw the
We gotta do all these?
I know. I'll discuss it in a second.
Oh.
No, don't do all of them. I'll discuss it in just a second. Alright, so page 2 is correct if you want to check that. I know. Hold on.
Today's John's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Who birthday? Whose birthday?
I don't even feel like thinking and trying to,
I'm so pissed.
what happened to my cookies?
That's the first one. And this one
Teacher student interruption after a few afternoon announcements. I'd like to say congratulations to Nathan Lawson, who will sign a letter of intent in tennis with Coastal Alabama Community College this afternoon. We are proud of you, Nathan, and look forward to cheering you on at the next level of play. Students participating in this morning should report to the library after checking in with their 8th period teacher.
Make sure you check for it.
Students who take an advanced placement course, if your last name begins with the letter O through Z, please be in the senior dining area for 0 period Thursday morning at 7:30 to complete your demographic for AP testing. If your last name begins with the letters A through N, and you missed your morning session for AP demographics, you have 2 more opportunities to get this done. You may come Thursday morning at 7:30, and we will fit you in where there are open seats available. You may also come to a makeup session Friday morning at 7:30. If you do not come to either the session tomorrow or Friday morning session, you will be required to be here for Saturday school to complete your demographic. Students, please be sure you make that up, and O through Z be here Thursday morning. Have a great afternoon. Warrior Strong.
Alright, any questions about this one? This is correct. Any questions? Alright, your homework sheet that I just passed out. Raise your hand if you can take a picture of this and you do not have to take it with you. Thank you. Alright, take a picture of yours. Anybody else don't have to take it with you, you can just take a picture of your homework. That would be seriously beneficial. Bailey, are you doing that? Okay. Alright, on your homework, mark out 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm gonna get you one more. Mark out 5, 6, 7, and 8. Thank you. And I'm gonna make a deal with y'all. Or it's really an option. Alright, you know how you have 2 homework assignments this week? You're good. You have 2 homework assignments this week. It was the sheet for Monday and this sheet. And then you have your study guide. So that's a lot to do. So I'll give you an option. The study guide's optional, but some people are saying like, I have a lot of work, so I won't do the study guide if I have all this homework, since it's for grade and the study guide's not. So if you want to, you can complete your study guide instead of your homework for your homework grade, and it'll still be 5 points. Okay, so if you want to choose not to do these 2 worksheets and do your study guide, that can be your homework grade and 5 points. Okay? Does that make sense? If you do your homework instead of your study guide, that's fine. but you won't get 5 points on your test. Yes.
What if you do both?
If you do both, you'll just get 100 for homework, and I'll give you 10 points on the test.
So either way,
Wow.
Homework won't give you 5 points unless you do homework and study out. Study out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this straight up.
Then you get 10 points.
I want to do both. And or.
Neil.
All right.
You're talking to the Coca-Cola system?
You guys see another study guide?
Why you do your
So if we do our
work?
homework on our
Hey, you get 100 on your grade, but you won't get 5 points on your test. Everybody else see the study guide? Yes.
turn this off.